Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to check out some scary TikTok stories compilation, and it's about to be very interesting what they will be. And I'm going to imagine there will be like so boring stories or just like not real stories. I'm going to tell them they fake, or maybe they real. Maybe I will prove it wrong from you guys. Before we get to it, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up, and also comment below. Tell me if you want to see more of this. I will probably do more of this later in the future. Anyways, let's just go right now and do it. Let's just get to it.
This is the most scary and dangerous animal to ever live on Earth. This is Titanoboa. This is an ancient snake that lived over 58 million years ago. And according to scientists, for nearly 10 million years, it was the largest predator on the planet. Titanoboa's length was 43 feet long, and its weight was well over a ton.
Wow.
This snake was so big that you can lay 2 giraffes on the ground, and Titanoboa will still be longer.
Wow.
If you still can't comprehend how big this snake was, on the left is a vertebrae of an anaconda, which is the biggest snake on the planet right now, and on the right is the vertebrae of Titanoboa. It is so much more bigger than the anacondas. Titanoboa was 3 feet in width, and Titanoboa can swallow a hippopotamus whole. Titanoboa was a bloodthirsty predator who ate everything in water and land. Everybody on Earth is super lucky Titanoboa is not around anymore.
Damn, that is crazy, bro. Oh my god, this snake is a weapon, bro. There's no way you can run away from this snake. It is literally a weapon. If you want this snake to go after and fight the Russian armies, if America bring this snake back to the modern day and just say the snake go to Russia and kill everybody and start World War III, that would be crazy, bro. Imagine World War III where all the USA armies release the giant snakes to their country and kill everybody. Bro, imagine that. And maybe they could like stop the bombs and the nuke. They just eat it and they kill themselves. Sacrifice themselves. Bro, that would be crazy, man. That's actually very savage, dude. What the fuck, dude?
This is the scary story about the hairdo. There was a middle-aged woman who always wore her hair in a bun. She was very proud of her hairdo and thought she was the most fashionable of all her friends. The woman was very lazy and she didn't like spending the time cleaning her hair or styling it. Instead, she just left her hair how it was and she never even washed it. Whenever she took a shower, she would wear a shower cap so the water didn't mess up her hair. After a while, her hair began to smell, so she used hairspray to cover the smell. One morning, the woman did not come down for breakfast, so her husband went up to the bedroom to wake her up. To his horror, he discovered that his wife had died during the night. At first, the police thought she might have had a heart attack. However, when they conducted an autopsy, they examined her hair and found something terrifying. A black widow spider made a nest in her hair and laid many eggs. When the baby spiders hatched, they had bitten through her skull and ate their way into her brain.
Oh my... That's crazy, bro. What the fuck?
This is a scary story about the strange dream. One summer day, a kid named Chris lost his footing and fell off a cliff.
What the hell,
He landed on a ledge and it saved his life, but he was badly injured and had to be rescued. He hit his head on the fall and he was unconscious. The doctors found swelling in his brain, and he had to get surgery immediately. After the surgery, he went into a coma. A few days later, he recovered, and his friend went to go visit him in the hospital. Chris then told him about the strange dream he had while he was unconscious. In the dream, he was at a train station. There was nobody else in sight. When the train pulled up to the station, he got in. There was nobody on the train. He was completely alone. Then he heard a crackling voice on the speakers. It said, "Next stop, final stop. Next stop, end of line." Something about the announcement sent the chill down his spine, and he jumped out of his seat and managed to get off the train. Just as the doors were closing, he woke up from his coma. The doctor said he was between life and death. He then said to his friend, "If I hadn't gotten off that train, I believe the end of the line meant I would have died."
Wow, that's weird.
This is why you always say yes to tandoori chicken. In 2012, a high school tutor and her student stayed up so late one night studying that by the time they were done, the buses had stopped running. Without another way home, the student asked if he could stay the night at her place. Reluctantly, she agreed. When they got back to the apartment, she fell asleep on her bed and he fell asleep on a blanket next to her bed on the ground. A few hours later, she wakes up to the boy standing awkwardly in the middle of the room with a very strange look on his face. She asks him what's wrong. He looks at her and says, "I'm really hungry. Let's go get some tandoori chicken." Confused, she says, "It's 2 a.m. Just get a snack in the cupboard." And he grabs her by the arm and he says, "No, we are getting tandoori chicken right now." And he yanks her from the bed. Feeling totally caught off guard by this whole situation, she goes into the hall with the boy, and as soon as the door shuts behind them, she can tell that he is terrified. He looks at her and just says, "I'm not actually hungry. When I woke up, there was someone under your bed."
That's crazy, bro. No way. That is crazy, dude. That is... Yeah. I'm so glad he just rescued her from that room. I'm so glad, dude. If he doesn't do that, the two of them will get cracked. The two of them will be... Yeah. My God, bro.
This has to be the worst form of torture ever. I still can't believe that this form of torture is real and is this bad. The form of torture I'm talking about is white room torture. It is basically where prisoners are isolated in white rooms, wear white clothes, and eat white food from white plates.
Oh
now you
my
might be
God.
thinking, how could this be that bad? Well, white room torture is a form of psychological torture concerning complete isolation and sensory deprivation of the prisoners. So you see nobody else and you hear absolutely nothing except for yourself. All you get served too is white rice on a white plate. Oh, and if you need to go to the bathroom, they'll slip you a white paper under the door for you to poop on, and then you slip it right back under when you're done. This form of torture is so bad that the prisoner loses his own identity in the process. You cannot remember who you are, and you can't remember any of your family. The result of this torture is the loss of identity and forgetting everything you ever knew. You come out of this room a completely different person.
That's crazy, bro. You know what? I take everything back right now. That's just fucked up.
Yes, the picture at the end is real. In 1876, a woman from a very prominent family in Paris goes missing. After years go by and no one has a clue what happened to this woman, friends and family ultimately mourn her death and move on. 25 years later, and this anonymous letter shows up on the Attorney General's desk, claiming that the missing woman's family had a secret. Intrigued by the letter, the police go to the family's home, show it to them, and ask to search the property, to which they say, "Go for it." They search, they don't find anything, but on the way out, they notice something very peculiar. At the end of some stairs was a door that was padlocked shut. When the family refused to open it, the police break it down and make a horrifying discovery. Cowering on a rotten straw mattress in a pitch black room was the missing woman, now 50 years old and extremely malnourished. Her mother had imprisoned her there after they had fought over her boyfriend, and she had not seen sunlight or another human being in 25 years.
No, that's crazy, bro. That's actually mad, man. What the hell, dude? That's fucked up. What the fuck?
Normal looking photos that have a disturbing backstory, Part 8. This shadow is permanently etched on the steps of Hiroshima following the nuclear explosion that killed over 70,000 people. The boy in this photo is Esteban Reiner. The Nazis who took his photo made him put this uniform on, smile for the picture, and knew exactly what his fate would be. 2 weeks later, he was killed in a gas chamber. A similar story for this girl whose photo was just taken by a Nazi photographer after Germany had just invaded Poland. You can tell by her smile that she had no idea what was to come. This photo shows 3 young girls smiling together for a selfie. On the right hand side of the photo, you can see a light which is the headlight of a train which hits them moments later. While this photo appears to be just an ordinary large class photo, the 2 boys at the top left are responsible for the Columbine High School shooting, which at the time was the worst high school shooting in American history and killed 12 students and 1 teacher.
Oh hell nah! Bro, that is fucked up, man. Oh my God. That is actually very fucked up, man. That's actually very, very sad to see. If the people knew the 2 boys are planning to do that, doing that early, they will catch them. They will call the police immediately. Instead of like, what's gonna happen later. If I was a teacher in that school, in that time, in that situation, oh my God, I wish I was there to save everybody, man. Yeah, call the police faster, catch the boys. After that, no more shooting in the school. Nothing will happen. My goodness, dude. And the girls in the train, oh my God, rest in peace to them. And also, I do not know that that footstep of a shadow was a guy who died in the Hiroshima bomb. Oh my God, dude. That's fucked up, man.
Don't be fooled by this photo, because this story is called The Demon Dog. For the short term they knew him, they called him Shanks. So if you haven't guessed it yet, Shanks is an American pit bull. But ever since Mark found Shanks, there was just something off. See, Shanks was fit, tough, and a very strong-looking dog. But when you looked into his eyes, there was something evil that wanted to get out. But Shanks was a stray. He was found covered in blood months ago. The vet said that it was blood from a carcass or something that he had eaten to try and survive. But after we saw Shanks attack Robin Warmont while she was hanging out her washing, we knew it wasn't for survival. You see, Robin was 8 months pregnant when Shanks hunted her down and attacked her. Police said that they couldn't even recognise her once he'd finished ripping her apart. And unfortunately, neither her or her unborn baby survived. Since he ran away that day, 3 of his past owners have stepped forward, all with gruesome stories about Shanks. And all have refused to describe to police what he looks like, because he still stalks.
That's bruh, what? Rest in peace to the woman who got bitten by Shanks, the dog. Oh my god, dude. I know this dog is very evil. All you guys have to be careful when you adopt a pet. If you see a pet who has demon eyes, that's when you'll be like, okay, hell no, I'm not buying this dog, I get the fuck out there. I'm getting the fuck out of you, I'm not buying that dog. Hell no, I'm not buying, I'm not taking the money from you guys. Hell no. That's what you need to do. Gosh.
In 2012, 2 brothers were playing in the backyard when they noticed their dog digging next to the shed. The dad was so frustrated by this, he put up a fence from the dog. The dog broke down the fence and he kept digging up. What's crazy is the dog collapsed and died in the hole. And this is where this story about the shed gets freaky. A week or so later, some friends came over with their dog too, and their dog did the same thing and died in the hole as well. Hearing the children cry, the neighbour came over and he explained to them about the prior owners of the house. He told them that the owner had killed stray dogs and buried them underneath the house. The parents were disturbed by this, so they contacted the police. When they started digging up the shed, they not only found a pet cemetery, but they also found bodies in the backyard. Police went next door to question the old man that had come over and told him all about the pet cemetery, but turns out he had died more than 10 years ago.
Okay, I think that's already enough for me. That is actually insane, dude. So yeah, right now, I think I want to go wash my face with bleach, and I want to get rid of all these. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. See you later. Hope you guys have a nice day and peace out. I hope tonight I never get cursed at all.